And they're real. People can laugh at it, they can make jokes because they just don't know. And I just need the prayers because I'm not even afraid of them killing me or setting me up or destroying me in the media or something, which I know they've tried and planned, and all the stuff we go through that we don't talk about that goes on behind the scenes are blessings to us because we know that it means we're hitting the enemy hard right between the eyes. But the only fear I've got is being killed or being imprisoned or being set up and not being able to continue the work I'm doing. That's my fear for my children, for everybody. And I also have the fear that I'm not perfect and I'm not the best at this, but I'm the best there is, that at least has risen to prominence. And so I kick myself constantly, just how do I do more? How do I work smarter? How do I work better? How do I get things done? You know, I mean, we're here fighting with the air conditioners breaking and heaters breaking every day. You know, all the stuff you go through. And I'm like, man, I've got important work I need to do. We'll be right back with your phone calls straight ahead after this quick break. Stay with me.
Before you throw away your used batteries, you need to listen to this. Now, going green can save money. Go green and save money by giving life to your used batteries by charging them with the Renaissance Charger. The Renaissance Charger uses a new revolutionary battery charging technology that effectively extends the life of new batteries and gives new life to used batteries. Invented by legendary audio genius John Bedini, this unique and patented charging system rejuvenates the electrochemical plate structure in the battery without additives, increasing capacity and maintaining cell integrity. Renaissance Charge offers a full line of products made in the USA for all types and sizes of batteries. Find out why our customers tell us the Renaissance Charger is the only battery charger they will ever use. Save your money. Save the environment. Visit us online at r-charge.com. That's r-charge.com, or call us at 989-637-4179. That's 989-637-4179. Be a part of the revolution today.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold for your IRA? That's right. Gold has been available to be placed in IRAs since 1986. Yet still, the financial industry refuses to recognize the value of real hard assets for your retirement. The truth be told, gold and silver has outperformed paper investments like stocks, bonds, and CDs, yet no word about IRAs. Perhaps the financial institutions want to maintain control of your assets by keeping you in paper. If you'd like to take a look at gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low return on your paper investments. Call 800-686-2237. Make sure that you secure your future. Call 800-686-2237. That's 1-800-686-2237.
A day unlike any other in the long course of American history, a terrorist act of war against this country.
The enemy struck America on September 11th. But who is the enemy?
Bin Laden. This is his MO.
We have to look to the Middle East. We have to look to Osama bin Laden.
Fabled Enemies is the first 9/11 film to take a close look at the terrorist ties to intelligence networks inside the United States.
Some U.S. investigators believe that there are Israelis again very much engaged in spying in and on the U.S.
I'm aware that some Israeli citizens have been detained.
Bin Laden's connections to the CIA, the hijackers' ties to the FBI, the Saudi Arabian connection, the Israeli intelligence network, warnings and war games, the shadow government, and much, much more. Fabled Enemies. Get the DVD at Infowars.com or see it in super high quality, along with hundreds of other titles at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists.
I am so frustrated. I can't seem to remember anything anymore.
What?
Seriously, my memory and attention span is terrible. I read something and forget. I forget people's names. I hear all this great information on the radio and I want to tell people, but I forget.
Okay, slow down. Poor attention and memory loss is not your fault. Factors like fluoride in the water, aluminum in deodorants, genetically modified foods, the way the education system taught you. It's all meant to dumb you down. You know, I can remember everything now, even entire books.
What? How? How?
There is this website called School of Phenomenal Memory. Their online course is a real breakthrough in the field of memory improvement. In fact, they guarantee that every single person will be able to memorize any type of information, including entire books, after they complete just 60 lessons. And they offer a no questions asked, no time limit, money-back guarantee.
Wow. What's the website?
Now, don't forget, it's pmemory.net. The letter P, memory.net.
Well, I'm not the kind of kiss and tell, but I've been seen with Farrah. I've never been with anything less than a 9. So fine. I've been on fire with Sally Field, gone fast with a girl named Bo, but somehow they just don't end up as mine. It's a death-defying life I lead. I take my chances. I die for a living in the movies and TV. But the hardest thing I ever do is watch my leading ladies kiss some other guy while I'm bandaging my knee. I might fall from a...
We are back live, going to your phone calls. Analysis of the Obama abomination. Coming up, video clips, analysis, Russia Today. I'm going to play that TV clip. Here, we've got the clip. Went out live for about 10 minutes, and they edited it down for the web in a first a 5-minute part, then a second. That's the way they do it. But let's go ahead and go back to your calls right now. Let's go ahead and talk to Ronnie in Texas. Ronnie, go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Bless you and rejoice, Alex, because our very own ongoing, ever-extrapolating OBGYN Dr. Ron Paul revolution of love for liberty in our sacred amendable Constitution just keeps on keeping on. And like you said earlier, campaignforliberty.com. And you can also rejoice, Alex, because the elite killing spree will fail. They cannot kill all of us farmers because everyone's got to eat. The elite can't grow enough food to feed themselves and stock animals, so they've got to stop their killing spree just for their own sake. But sadly, I say welcome to the United States of Israel, and servitude to that bigoted, socialistic, totalitarian, criminal regime, Israel. And because of Obama already just choosing that dual Israeli citizen, Israeli Death Forces veteran, Ram Israel Emanuel, as his chief of staff. I mean, that's a crime. And speaking of crimes, it's a crime that Bush's commuted sentences. That's just a ploy to get approval from us patriots. But those hero border agents are still convicted criminals with
Ramos
criminal
and
records.
Campion.
Yeah, right. And they're convicted criminals now with criminal records, and that's a crime.
And they're beaten and tortured in jail, and nothing's done about it.
That's right. And can I squeeze in another revolutionary idea?
Yeah, you're on the air.
Okay. My feeling is that global warming is a good thing. In other words,
unfortunately, the global warming trend has ended, and the sun is now not putting off a lot of radiance. They've been studying it for 300 years, one of the first things heavily scientifically studied properly, and it has totally cooled off with no solar flares now for about 8 months, so it's serious issues.
Well, that's true, but in the meanwhile, Monica Lewinsky global warming is the Monica Lewinsky of the environmental movement. In other words, to distract us with fluff.
From all the real environmental crises. There are real environmental crises.
Oh, that's right. And I disagree with you. I think human growth and population is a potential problem. But in the meanwhile, water, melted ice, is the basis of all life.
Well, that's an oversimplification, and I appreciate your call. Obviously, that's quite a load for the Earth, 6.6 billion under current technological systems. Under the British Imperium Plan, the Royal Commission in 49 stated they would not allow the Third World to properly industrialize, because knowing that would actually have be less numbers and be cleaner and stop the deforestation and the things that are going on. It's a very complex issue, sir. The planet could have 20 billion people if done properly. But it's going to plane off at 8 billion. That's what all the demographers, all the people that study demographics, all the people that study the statisticians. And then it's going to, the West is dying. They have 1.3 children in Japan, 1.3 children in Italy, 1.4 children in Germany, 1.3 children in Russia. Indigenous people here, the last few hundred years, who aren't new immigrants to the United States and North America. We've got about a 1.7. That's for every 2 people who die, 1.7 is replaced. So the West is dying. Industrialized nations, always numbers go down. It's the third world where this is all going on. And let's go to another call here. Let's go ahead and talk to Jason. Oh, Jason just hung up. Abdul in Minnesota, you're on the air.
Thank you very much for this time, Alex. This is my first time on the show, and I really appreciate it. And I'm a new member, just to state that fact.
PrisonPlanet.tv, thank you for the support.
Yes, sir. And I just want to make a couple points. First of all, we live and we die. Those 2 things are for certain. And what the administration Obama is talking about has nothing to do with our progression as Americans or as human beings. The family and the values that are instilled in us as children